Dun, dun, dun. Hello, everybody. Can everybody hi? Hello? All right, fuck y'all then. All right, so where's your microphone? Come on, people. It's time. It's the war zone. It's the war zone. Come on, everybody, get your game on. Where is everybody? Why also? I hate when I come on and y'all are so quiet. I look so stupid. There's millions of people watching now. Come on. Trees go to war. Trees, just one night. I just want you to be serious. Just one. Anyway, welcome to Warzone, video game Warzone number 332. My name is Torrance Davis, and I'm your host. Hi, Abusa 9. Haven't seen you in a long time. How you doing?
Oh, boy.
Hi, Mikey. Ruben, Steve, Tenno. How's everybody doing? Hey, it's Ice. What's going on, Ice?
I just hit level cap for one of my characters.
You just what?
Hit level 20 on one of my characters.
What are you playing? World of Warcraft?
Nope.
Let me see. The Division?
Nope.
Demon Souls Online?
No.
Damn. What could it possibly be?
Like, that was really good timing, because I, like, literally just...
Wait. Is it Destiny?
Yeah. No, it's Destiny 2, actually.
Destiny 2? So you're really into it. Are you a little disappointed that you're not getting the 60 frames a second that you wanted?
Yes, because I know it exists, but no, because the game's still good.
Right. Okay. But you wish you had it, right?
Of course.
Okay.
Like, if I were to say no, then I would just be a gigantic liar.
All right. That's interesting. That's good. And you're already level 20.
For one of the characters, yeah.
All right, since we're on the subject of Destiny, let's just get to it. Let's just talk about it.
It wasn't very hard, by the way. Like, it didn't take that long. Like, I haven't really been playing that long.
What do you mean am I streaming tonight, Mike? Just go to the fucking channel. I'm streaming right now. I always stream the Warzone.
Yeah.
So, I'm not even getting the PC version, Hayabusa. I'm done with Destiny.
He's done with Destiny. He doesn't want Destiny.
I don't
Destiny
care.
to do anything.
I don't give a shit. Yeah, I'm finished with that game. But I have some jokes. I have things that I'm laughing at. Like, it's not even that I'm bitter. Like, I don't like how Activision nickel-dimed us through that whole first game. And I'm going to give you the perfect example right now why I hate it. You guys have heard of the Osiris DLC, right?
No.
Oh, so somebody saw the Osiris DLC on Microsoft's page. So the game just came out last week, and already the Osiris DLC is upon us. Now, the rumor is that this DLC is going to come out in October and November. It's going to cost you at least $20. So within 2 to 3 months of owning the game, you're already paying $80.
Or $100 and you get two. This is like it's like a fucking season pass. You're making a fucking mountain out of them.
No, I'm not making a mountain out of a molehill because I understand. I understand the season pass thing. I get it because I do it with Battlefield. Okay, I have no issues with that. And I know by getting the season pass and paying the $100, you're saving yourself some money. My issue is the fact that they're releasing this DLC so soon. It's not just a couple of maps like Call of Duty. Okay? I know how they do the Call of Duty thing. It's not just a couple of maps. This is DLC. This is game progression. Okay? Game progression. Nickel Diamond. Why isn't this DLC part of the main game.
You can say that about every single game.
No, I can't say that about every single game because I've played.
Why couldn't you take the time and put this in the game? Why couldn't you take time and put that in the game?
Oh, I'm not. But wait a second. I'm not talking about taking time. We're talking about 2 months, Ice. 2 months for some DLC. Now, this DLC is supposed to be major. Every DLC is supposed to be major. It's supposed to be story progression, more PvP stuff, more loot, more gear. Why release a game that's not done and then release these little DLC packs? Even DICE didn't do that shit.
Because this is what happens, and I know you know this, so I don't understand why I have to tell you this. When they make a game, they say, okay, this is what we want in the game. This is our timetable to have everything done for the completed game. And they make that game. And then they say, okay, well, obviously we're going to need more stuff for after this, so we're going to set another team to do this shit while we finish the real game. And then that team's going to make all this other content, so then months down the road they can make...
I understand. I know how that works.
So what's... I don't understand what your confusion is about.
There's nothing... I'm not confused about anything. It's classic nickel diamond. This is why I didn't buy Destiny 2. Because you can finish... You're going to finish the campaign. I shall be done with that campaign by middle of next week. Okay? That's one.
I'm done with most video games by the end of next week.
Yeah. Well, yeah, if you really focus like a game like Uncharted...
Or you just play it. It's done in 7 hours. All games are 7 fucking hours almost.
No, not all of them.
Yes, I said almost all, unless it's fucking RPG or some shit that's 1,000 fucking hours.
Most games, you know what cracks me up about you? You be hating on so much shit, but if it's a game you really like, you don't hate on it.
No,
work with me here.
Did I say I like the fact that this is coming out in December? No, but I'm saying like.
Well, okay.
I don't understand why you're saying, "Oh, I'm not going to get Destiny because this is the." Like,
this is why I'm not getting it. You were talking to somebody who played World of Warcraft for 10 years. I paid $15 a month to play World of Warcraft. The content was so fucking deep and so vast that even though I played so many hours and did so many things, I still didn't see all the content the game had by the time I left. Okay? That is how you do an online multiplayer game.
Let me ask you a question. We're both not game developers. Do you think a fucking MMO is way easier to develop for than the first-person shooter?
I'm not arguing easy or hard. That is not my argument. I know this shit's hard to do. I get it. But it's like if this DLC was coming out in 2018, it would make more sense to me. But so close to the release, are you fucking kidding me? So close? I mean, come on. It's almost like the shit's just there. It's done, and they're purposely holding it back just to make more money.
Yeah, that's a very easy thing to say.
Yes, Michael, Destiny isn't WoW, but it's still considered massive multiplayer online.
It's not considered that, by the way. I don't understand what you're doing.
What did you just say?
That's not what it is. So
it's not considered massive?
No, it's not.
Really? How is it not considered massive?
It's not an MMO.
I'm not talking about how many people you can play and do your little runs with.
The company who's made the game has said it's not an MMO. Don't call it an MMO.
Okay, so it's not as big as an MMO. Okay, I agree with that. Right. So we'll call it micro multiplayer game, not massive. Okay? But the thing is, if it's not as big as a regular MMO, what's the problem? Why give us DLC 2 to 3 months after the game comes out? What's the point of that? Is it because they know most people are going to be done with the campaign by then? Or are they trying to nickel-dime us? I think they're trying to nickel-dime us.
Okay, you think they're nickel-diming. I think they're putting out content, and this is the time where the content was available to come out. So, okay, if there, like I said, if there was Team A working on Destiny and Team B working on fucking DLC, and the DLC was ready, and they said, okay, well, we can put it out here now. Like we've made the timetable for this. This can come out now. And then they say, okay, well, we're going to put it out here now. Do you think they're going to say, oh no, well, people think that we're going to be nickel and diming them, so we're going to keep the finished content away from them for 6 more months? Like, what do you want?
It just tells me that DLC isn't going to have much in it. That's all it's telling me.
Maybe not, but maybe it does. But you don't know. But
I know.
Comes out is...
I've been there. I was a Destiny player.
Uh-huh.
I know how they do this shit.
Nope.
It's ridiculous. Well, that's why I'm not playing. That's why I'm done with them, because of this shit. I can't stand it.
You should be done with most video games then, if that's your
No, like I already told you, the one developer that does it right is fucking DICE.
Okay, DICE puts the same fucking DLCs. DICE basically Maddens it, where they go, okay, we're gonna put out this base game, okay, and this is the base game, this is the maps and all this stuff. Now, a year down the road, we're gonna give you DLC that you had before in the past game, but we didn't put it in the base game because we needed a DLC to put out later.
What?
That's what they do.
What do you mean past game? What are you talking about, past game?
They put this Torrance. Okay, Battlefield 4 comes out, right?
Yeah.
And it has all this shit, all this DLC, all this shit.
Yeah.
Battlefield 1 comes out. Does it have all the same stuff from Battlefield 4's all that stuff, all the game modes, all everything? No, because then they save that shit to put it in later fucking DLCs, like they did in Battlefield 4.
Why do you think I gave up on Battlefield 1?
You just told me, well, DICE does it right, and I'm telling you.
Well, I should have been more specific. DICE did it right with Battlefield 3 and 4. They sure didn't fucking do it right with Battlefront. They sure fucking didn't do it right with Battlefield 1. But they did it right with Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4. And this is why I'm not playing Destiny. Maybe you like it, maybe you're happy with it. I don't like this shit at all. And maybe I'm spoiled from playing massive multiplayer games where I think, okay, if you're gonna release a game and you're gonna charge $60, put as much content as you possibly can in that, even if you have to push the fucking date back a little bit. Give us more content for our $60.
So I'm right in my assessment as saying that you just don't like it because it's coming out very soon. Like, if this was coming out in 6 months instead of 2 months or 3 months, you'd be way more. You'd like it more.
It would make. I'm not saying I would like it more. I'm not saying I would buy Destiny. I'm saying it makes more sense to put it out later and have it be bigger than it is. But what they're gonna give you is shit. I bought DLC. I bought DLC for Destiny, just so you know. I bought DLC and I was totally disappointed with it. I was like, "What the fuck is this shit?"
Everyone I have ever heard fucking hated Destiny got that fucking whatever Sunken King, whatever the fuck it's called, and said they fucking love the game. And they said I didn't like it before, and after that they loved it.
I played Destiny for a long time. I beat the campaign. I liked the gameplay. I absolutely love the gameplay. But as far as what they did with the DLC, I fucking hated it. Why does everybody stop?
Because your fucking phone was ringing?
Oh, y'all heard that?
Yeah.
Anyway. And there we go. I'm just going to read some of the stuff here. So, Hayabusa9, let me just go to the top. Mike says Destiny isn't wild. Duh. 6 people isn't massive. You are never in massive areas with other players. That's besides the point. The biggest complaint was slow content. So now they're giving quick content updates. I didn't think the content was slow in Destiny. I thought that the content that they were giving us was minuscule. And yeah, CD Projekt Red. There's another company that does it right. And same with Respawn. They do it right. And Mikey says they had some ideas for how to switch things up. They wanted to add vehicles for one. Maybe a grappling hook, and maybe more surprisingly, they wanted to have Nathan. What the fuck are you talking about? Nathan Drake go up half the game without. What the fuck are you talking about?
If we're gonna bell curve video games on The Witcher, then don't play another fucking video game.
What are you talking about?
The content in The Witcher is fucking retarded for $60.
It's fucking massive.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid. You should be paying way more money for that.
Like, you think you should be paying more for that?
If I played The Witcher, right, and I paid $60 for it,
yeah,
and I only played like a little bit of it, and then I saw like what it was, and someone was like, okay, now like here we're gonna give you your $60 back, but now it's $120. I would pay for that.
You're saying that The Witcher 3 is worth more money.
I'm saying that The Witcher 3 is worth more money than most video games have ever been made.
You're not saying any different than what I said with Battlefield 3 and 4. I said Battlefield 3 and 4 were worth $120.
They weren't, though.
I think they were.
Okay, that's fine, but I don't. They really didn't do that much different. They added a fucking capture the flag mode.
But I'm not. You don't understand. That game experience that I had with Battlefield 3 and 4 to me was worth $120. I would have paid $120 just for the $60 game. That's how much I love those two games. You saw how many hours I put into those games. Over 200 hours.
Okay. What I'm saying is but how so okay.
And I didn't think the campaign was crappy.
But
I actually liked it.
But so you're saying all these things, and you're saying I'm not gonna. But so what you're saying is I'm not gonna play Destiny 2, even though I like to play Destiny. You like Destiny, you like
yes,
the game.
Like the game. Yep.
No problems with it.
Yep.
But you don't like it because there's gonna be DLC that comes out.
It's not that there's going to be DLC.
You have no fucking idea what it consists of.
There's two reasons. Okay, this is from my experience with Destiny 1. The content that came with the $60 game wasn't shit. It sucked. Okay, that's one reason why Destiny pissed me off. Number 2, raid management. Obviously, they fixed that. Okay. Number 3, the DLC wasn't shit, and they kept coming out over and over and over again with these $20 DLCs packages that didn't have shit.
Which one did you buy? Did you play Taken King? Because I cannot believe that you're saying that.
What's the first
one? The whole fucking year, dude.
What's the first DLC that came out?
I don't remember.
It was whatever the first DLC was. I bought that, and I'm like, what the fuck is this bullshit? Why did I pay $20 for this?
So one thing that you bought, because I'm pretty sure you didn't buy anything else after.
No, I stopped buying DLC after that.
Okay, so one DLC came out. You didn't like it, so you trashed the game.
No, I didn't trash the game. I continued playing multiplayer until I got sick of it, and I said, fuck this. I'm never buying Destiny again.
Yes. You trashed the future prospects of the game off of bad DLC.
Yep.
Even though the next DLC that came out basically, quote unquote, fixed the game, made it 1,000 times better. Supposedly, I didn't play it. This is what I'm telling you that multiple people have told me and have just on the internet have been talking about.
Well, I don't care about anybody else's opinion. I'm telling you.
One of the best. What I'm saying is, there's a consensus that was one of the best DLCs of that fucking year.
Consensus of people that I don't give a shit about.
This DLC is gonna be bad now because I played one fucking DLC.
You're damn right. Fool me once, Ice. Fool me once. You're not gonna get me again.
Because there's multiple games that are terrible. Crackdown 1 is a bad game. Crackdown 2 is an awful game.
Crackdown 2 was shit.
Yeah, but you're
Crackdown 2 was DLC. You know how disappointed I was? But do you understand? You know how disappointed I was with Crackdown 2?
Not enough to.
And I've told you over and over again, the only reason why I actually had fun with Crackdown 2 was playing with you. But do you know how much? Hold on, before you go on. Do you know how much I loved Crackdown 1, which was a fully realized game? I love Crackdown 1, so I have no issue getting Crackdown 3. Okay, but Crackdown 2 was bullshit. It was fucking DLC that they sold as a standalone game. You and I both know that. That's not the case with Crackdown 3.
Crackdown 2 is a piece of shit. But I'm saying, so you had one bad time with Destiny, and that's writing off Destiny forever. And now you had one good time with Crackdown, and then one horrendous time with Crackdown 2, and now you're like, oh, Crackdown 3, give me it.
Yes. Because Crackdown 2 isn't going to be DLC made into a fucking full game release. Right, you know this.
Keep your opinion, have the opinion. No one should be talking about things that haven't fucking happened yet or they haven't played.
But it's happened. I told you about this shit before the game was going to come out. I said they're going to release Destiny and they're going to release DLC right after it comes out. And sure enough, it's fucking happening.
DLC is, so just don't say
it doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me. This is what I said, and it's happening.
Nothing's happened.
I just said they're releasing this fucking Osiris DLC before the end of the year. And I think it's bullshit. Now, yeah, I'm not saying that if they released it in 2018 that the DLC itself would be better. It doesn't matter if the DLC is good or bad. The fact that they're releasing it so close to the release of the game pisses me off. And you know I felt about this with all DLC. Anytime there's day one DLC announced or DLC released a month or two after the game comes out, I fucking hate that. And that's why I don't buy DLC for the most part. That's another thing you don't realize, Ice. I don't pay these motherfuckers for DLC. I don't give them money for that shit.
You don't play games enough to get to DLC.
I do play games enough to get to DLC. Let's get real. Let's keep it real for a minute. Yes, I do play games enough to get to DLC. I've beaten shit.
You got far enough to get to a DLC.
Are you fucking kidding me? If you want to talk about
Because
games and DLC, I've beaten all the Battlefield games. I've beaten all the Call of Duty games. All those games are full of fucking DLC packages. Full of them. Full of them. Okay?
did you buy every single one of the Battlefield 1 DLCs?
Yes. Oh, Battlefield 1? No. Battlefield 3 and 4. Battlefield 1 fucking sucked. I got sick of it. I don't play it anymore. I hated it.
So
Battlefront?
the DLC's okay.
Hated it.
So the DLC's okay because it came out a year later. It's just the game that sucks.
What, Battlefield 1?
Yeah, or however long Battlefield 1. I don't know if it was 6 months, 7 months.
I didn't care because I didn't like the game.
But again, you didn't buy it just because the game was bad.
Yeah, I don't like the game at all. Yeah, if I enjoyed Battlefield 1 and I liked it, I probably would have got the DLC. Just because I'm a huge fan of what DICE does and how they do their DLC, and their DLC is usually good. I didn't get anything for what was the Cops and Robbers game? Not by DICE, but by
Battlefield, whatever.
Yeah, I didn't buy anything. I didn't buy anything for Hardline either.
But let me ask you a question: are you ever going to buy another Battlefield DLC, knowing that they just emit shit that they've already made for past ones for later use for DLCs?
I don't understand what you mean later use. I don't understand what you're talking about.
They have recycled game modes from past DLCs.
Game modes?
Put them in the next one.
Do you have a problem with them putting capture the flag in all these games?
I have a problem with them not. I don't have. No, I technically don't have a problem with any of that. I'm asking you because there are times where companies. I'm going to just say just specifically DICE for now. Make a game, put DLC out for the game, make another game after that, and don't put the same amount of stuff that was in the base game and the DLC before. So basically, you're reusing some parts.
I would probably have an issue with that if the DLC was just game modes, or if we were getting, let's say the DLC was, we're going to give you a couple new guns, we're going to give you capture the flag, one new map, and some new clothes. Then I'd be like, no, that's bullshit. DICE does a lot more than that. And that's why I like their shit. That's why I like their DLC, because they give us more. Activision, you know what they do? They give us fucking maps. And maybe some golden guns and shit. But DICE gives you a fully thought out, fully realized DLC package with all kinds of shit. Several maps, several different game modes, new weapons, new vehicles, new gear, new shit to unlock. They give you all kinds of shit. They give you this huge package, so it's actually worth the $20 that you're paying. Activision.
Just let you know, the Taken King was all that, by the way.
Okay.
From what I gathered, it was all.
Okay.
All
Whatever the first, I'm telling you right now, I got the first DLC for Destiny, and it was not all that.
And I'm just letting you know, it changed after that.
It changed. So they released the DLC, and then they changed it.
No, what I'm saying is they made a base game. They had what they probably did. I don't know for a fact. What they probably did was they made the base game. Again, had a second team working on one piece of DLC for after, which was that first one you bought. Then they made a whole new thing of DLC after the game was out. So they put more of their team on it probably and made a better fucking DLC.
Okay. The DLC I got for Destiny, I did not like it. It was a waste of money.
I understand you didn't like it.
And that's why I didn't buy any more.
And I'm telling you that more of the DLC in that game was better, just for a reference, because you don't know.
I respect your opinion on that, and I don't think you're lying about it. I didn't give a fuck.
I understand.
You got to remember, at the time that game came out, there were plenty of other first-person shooters to play that I was playing that I was enjoying more. And I was just fed up with that game.
Totally understand and get it. I'm just letting you know that because we have a fucking platform, I'm just letting everyone else know that no, the other DLCs weren't necessarily the same as you were playing because of the way you stated it.
Because of
all the DLCs were bad. I'm not going to get Destiny because the DLCs are terrible.
But I've already clarified that it didn't matter if the DLC was bad or good. I said my biggest issue with them is releasing a $60 game and then a couple months later releasing $20 DLC. That was my biggest issue with it. And that's my biggest issue, not just with Bungie and Activision, but every fucking company that does that.
Okay, let me ask you. We've had this conversation before, but we were on two different sides. You were not on this side before. The last time we had this conversation, from what I remember, was Battlefield Bad Company 2. And they reused the same fucking maps, and they just changed up the game modes. And one of the people who were on this podcast was very upset about it, and me and you were technically not.
You're saying Bad Company 2?
Company 2's DLC, where just all they did was add game modes to existing maps.
No, Bad
So
Company 2, they added they added all that Vietnam shit.
That's not what I'm talking about. There are other DLC things.
I may have not got all the DLC for Bad Company 2. I don't remember buying all the DLC for that game. I really don't. I remember getting the Vietnam one, and that's the only one I remember really buying. I may have bought others, or I may not. I can't remember, to be honest with you. I can't remember. I'm being totally serious. I know I got the Vietnam pack, and I thought the Vietnam pack was fucking dope. And I got that and enjoyed the fuck out of it. It was like a whole different game using the Battlefield Bad Company engine. But I don't remember. I'm not one to pay for DLC just to get maps and a couple guns. I want a full package. I want $20 worth of shit. And I don't feel that Bungie gave me that with their DLC. I feel that DICE gave me that with Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4. I feel that every DLC I bought for World of Warcraft was worth the price that I paid for it. Because they were fully realized, they were huge. The content that I was getting from World of Warcraft would last months. It would last 6 months to a year. And again, I'm spoiled probably because of what I got on the PC for expansions and DLC. But oh Jesus. But let's see. Let me read some questions here. Tor is going to hate Destiny no matter what. Yes, you're right. Tor, did you do the new raid with the DLC you bought? You talking?
The DLC he bought probably did not have a raid to it.
The one raid I did in Destiny, because it's hard to get a bunch of people together in Destiny 1 to do a raid, but I did do one raid. If I remember, it had disappearing floors, and you had to have the rocket launcher to take out the boss and all this other weird shit. Yeah, that's the one I did. And I remember I was pissed off that we only got one raid. I was pissed off that they didn't change the matchmaking system so more people could do the raid, because I only got to do it 2 times. And at that point, I had finished all the campaign, and I had nothing else to do except PvP. And I wanted to do the raid over and over and over again, but I couldn't because we couldn't always get our group together. So, I never said the DLC didn't have content, Hayabusa. I never said that. I said it was lackluster. What does VOG stand for?
What is the first DLC for Destiny? Was it like the Wolf's Den
Vault of Glass?
Like
whatever it was, whatever the floor, there was one where the floor disappeared. That's the one I did. We had to keep jumping down and the floor kept disappearing, and you had to like glide across and jump down little holes, and whatever that was, that's what I did. Okay, yeah. So I don't even think I did the Taken King. I know there was a raid that I didn't get to do because nobody I knew that was playing was doing that raid, and I couldn't get a group together to do it, which was fine. So everybody was going to do this other stuff. So they said, get the DLC. We got enough people. So I got the DLC. We did that. And then that was that. But it doesn't matter. It's not worth the money for me. That's all I'm saying.
I would definitely say it's not worth the money for you.
Nothing you can say is going to make it worth the money. I'm not playing any more Destiny games. I'm done. Yes, it's a great game. The gameplay's fun. The PvP is fucking awesome, but I'm not playing it anymore. I would rather get another Call of Duty game. That GIF is for Tor? What, the one with the sand? What are you talking about? What's GIF? Oh, fuck out of here with that bullshit. Freddie, what do you got to say about this? Since you're posting GIFs. Don't get scared now.
Shit.
Did you even play Destiny?
No, I never played it yet.
Oh, so you ain't got nothing to say.
I just didn't really care for it because I heard all that bullshit DLC stuff, and I don't know. It just seemed like really interesting. I might try it when it comes part 2 on PC.
Yeah.
If I get a good deal on it, because you know how they selling the with the graphic cards.
Yeah.
Usually people sell the.
That's
codes.
right, and you buy a new graphic card every 3 months. That's true.
No, I'm saying you know how people sell the codes.
Yes.
They sell the codes on eBay for cheap.
But you know you're getting another graphics card, right?
No, I'm not, man.
You're getting the Titan Ragnarok.
Ragnarok, the Hawk version.
Anyway, that's all I got to say about that. I'm not done with Destiny yet. Yeah, the story. Yeah, that's another problem. But I didn't even touch on that. I'm like, whatever. Yeah, and I also didn't like the fact that I finished the campaign so fast. Again, that's me being spoiled by fucking massive multiplayer games. Sorry, but I went into this thinking that, okay, in order for me to get through this campaign, it's going to take me a while. And then boom, 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 I'm leveling up fast, I'm done with the campaign. And then it just ends. I'm like, what the fuck? You know, I expected more. So, like I said, the best thing about that game for me was the PvP. Loved the PvP. I have nothing bad to say about the PvP at all. That's the one thing that kept me playing that game. I hated when they did the Iron Flag shit, but yeah, the loot sucked. But I actually loved playing the game. I loved the PvP. Had a blast with it. And normally that would be enough to keep me playing a game, but nope, there's too many other shit out there. If you know, if I'm going to put time in other things, I'll put time in other things. I'm not doing no more Destiny. And you can't hate on that. So, speaking of Destiny, did anybody have error codes when they were playing Destiny? Because I know Bungie fixed it, but there were still some people having errors trying to play Destiny 2. So, hi, Busa. Oh, you played the beta? Freddie.
Yeah.
I was sleeping.
This is me right here when I'm covering your hair.
Oh, stop. Oh. Do I need to play it? So you're saying I need to play Just Cause for more than 3 hours before it's my game of the year? Well, okay, why do I need to play more than 3 hours for it to be my game of the year? Explain this. Scientifically. What is that? What does that have? Why do I need to play the whole story for it to be game of the year? Maybe gameplay's enough, I Am Legend. I know that's the game. That is the game. But I shouldn't have to play all the way to the credits before I decide it's game of the year. Gameplay is enough for me. People pick fucking movie of the year watching 90-minute films. Why do I got to play a game for more than 3 hours to decide whether it's game of the year? That 3 hours alone was better gameplay than I played any other game that year. So why do I need to play? Why do I need to play more? Of course I live by my own fucking rules. Whose rules am I supposed to live by? What the fuck is your problem? You bring this bullshit every fucking weekend, and every fucking weekend you lose. Because you can't even expand on the shit that you're saying. Everybody plays by their own rules. Whose rules am I supposed to play by? IGN's? What are you talking about? Tor lives by his own rules. No shit. Who doesn't? Is there anybody in this room that doesn't live by their own rules? Type of 1. Shut up, Hayabusa. You fucking troll. Y'all a bunch of fucking trolls. Kalel, how old are you, Kalel? Yes, I don't troll anymore, Hayabusa. I don't know where you've been. I don't do that anymore. You know why? Because people troll me more than I troll now. So I don't have time to do it. Especially QuackCube and Black Star, and Ghostini. They're trolling me all fucking day, every day. Who's laughing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Please don't post that feminist bullshit in this channel.
What happened?
You talking to me, Ice?
Yeah.
Where you been?
I've been playing games.
Did you go get something to eat? You're always playing games during the show. I don't know how you do both at the same time.
Because it's speaking and moving my hands aren't the same fucking thing. So.
I was trolling Ramadeth on Twitter. No, I was not. Do you think it would have been made? Wait, do you think it would have made for a better Uncharted? What would have made for a better Uncharted game? Oh, wait. In June 13th, when Last of Us came out, fans and critics didn't stop raving. It was. Am I supposed to read that whole article? Oh, Jesus, dude. Way to kill the pacing of the show. Hold on. Yeesh, why didn't you send this to me early in the afternoon so I could have read it? I'm not even going to read this. I can tell you what could have made Uncharted 4 a better game, better pacing. Period. And I think a lot of people will agree with me on that.
No, Nathan Drake would have been better.
The pacing sucked. It had these moments where it was moving and then it falls down. I'm in this huge fight. I'm in the third act of the game. Things are going. I'm enjoying myself. Then all of a sudden I have to save myself from drowning. I mean, what kind of bullshit is that? It is just dumb. There's so many dumb things they did in that game. However, I really enjoyed it. And my ranking goes this. Uncharted 2, then Uncharted 4, then Uncharted 3, then Uncharted 1. And as soon as I beat Chloe, I'm going to fit that game in there too. They even kept that fucking pacing stuff all the way to the end of the game. I was just like, oh, why am I doing this? I'm just glad it's done. I didn't finish Uncharted Vita. It's the only one I didn't finish. And I don't have a Vita anymore, so I can't finish it. I thought Uncharted Vita was more like Uncharted 1. Except you got to do things like swipe your finger across the screen. Yeah, Chloe's supposed to be great because Chloe, they got that Uncharted 2 pacing. That's what I've been hearing. So I can't wait to play it. And a lot of people are saying Uncharted Chloe is better than 4. What's up, Bio2309, Butterball, Fat Tuna, Kalel, Shatha1, Tenno. I'd like to say hi to everybody because I love my fans. You know? Hi to Futuristic Viper over on the YouTube stream. Getting more people on the stream lately. I guess they like to see my reactions in my face when people trigger me.
Was that enough disagreement for the one show? I saw people.
Yeah, that's all people want.
We're not liking the fact that no one was disagreeing enough. So.
Oh, so you guys want me to stream? I've decided that. So, so last week I beat Uncharted 4, and let me tell you, I actually enjoy streaming games now. Believe it or not, it's happened. I have fun doing it. So, what I'm doing is stream Sunday. So every Sunday I'm going to stream something. And if it's not Sunday, it'll be Saturday, but it'll be one of those 2 days because fishing's more important. So if I'm fishing Saturday, then I'm streaming Sunday. If I'm fishing Sunday, I'm streaming Saturday. So I'm going to stream more and more and more and more. And I also considered getting an Elgato so I could do this Demon Souls. But apparently Elgato has problems with the PS3 too because of the encryption. So I'm going to have to do it the ghetto way. And no, I'm not buying any more hardware just to stream this one game. If they had fucking backwards compatibility, then I could just put it on my PS4 and play it. But Sony's not going to do that. So, yeah. We need a video when you stream so we can see your facial reactions. I Am Legend, you need to get a girlfriend. You really do. You pay way too much attention to me. How come you didn't come on last weekend, I Am Legend? Why did I have to tweet to you? What were you doing? Stream Neo. Hell no. I ain't ready for that game yet. Mikey says my PS4 controller broke after 6 months. Trash. Really? 6 months? Is it odd that my PS4 controller has lasted since 2013?
I mean, no, because you play it like a total of 5 hours a year.
I knew it. Khalil says mine is brand new. Wait a minute, what are y'all talking about? Hold on, I got some hours on this thing, man. Look at those nibbies. They're wearing down. Look at the bottom. Look at the serial number. Come on now. Let's see. So you guys hear the news about l.a.noir being updated for Xbox One and PlayStation 4, and it's also coming out for the Switch.
The Switch?
Yeah, they're bringing l.a.noir out to the Switch. So the Switch version will be exactly like the PS3 and 360. But the PS4 Pro and Xbox One and Hugs and Kisses will get the remastered edition with upgraded textures and resolution and frame rate. Oh, and yeah, there's also a VR game coming out for PS4 VR where you could do the cases in VR and stuff. So that'd be cool because you could like sit there and talk to somebody and just look straight at them. So that'd be cool. If I could somehow transfer my save file over, I'm trying to figure out. Did l.a.noir? I don't know why I got l.a.noir on the PS3, but I may have actually got that. I'm trying to remember if I bought it or if I got it for review. But I got to figure out a way to move my save file over so I can finish it. That was a good game. Or just not fucking get the remaster. It's funny how they remastered that, but they're not remastering Red Dead. Or maybe they are remastering Red Dead. Maybe they're going to release the remaster right around the time they release the sequel, or right before it.
Well, probably because Rockstar didn't even develop that game.
It wasn't any of the Rockstar divisions? Are you sure it wasn't Boston or?
Pretty sure they did. I'm pretty sure it was just a publishing deal.
What can't miss the show? What are you saying, The Finest? What's up, dude? Red Dead's on PS Now. I'm not paying for PS Now. I got PS View, and apparently that app just sucks on wireless, so I got the Amazon Fire TV instead of the stick and plugged the Ethernet cable into it. That shit flies now. Cut the cable. No more fucking cable. I love it. Sony can have that $44 a month. They should come out with a PS View package that includes PS Plus for an extra $5. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, that's dope. So let's see what else is going on. So I want to know what you guys. Did you guys see? You saw the Cuphead video, right, from Dean Takahashi? I think we briefly talked about this last week, where he sucked at the tutorial of the game, and then the internet set on fire, and they said that he shouldn't be a games reviewer and this and that. But a lot of people don't know who he is or what he's done. Yeah, he did suck at the demo. It was fucking hilarious. But see, he's got balls like me. Like, I don't mind posting videos of me throwing grenades on myself. So he posted this video for fun. Because he knew it would be frustration. He knew it would piss people off. But some of the shit that people have been saying to him, you know, it's just fucking ridiculous. It's just total internet vitriol. People don't give a shit. They're just going to say mean shit. But to say, based on that one gameplay demo, that this guy sucks at games is just totally wrong. Now, everybody, I'm sure every single person in this room has picked up a new game and wasn't good at it right away. We've all had that. The only difference here is he decided to post a video online. Oh, I think that's still I think that's still on the internet, Hayabusa. Ice probably has it linked somewhere. That was funny. I was pissed. Yes, he couldn't do a jump dash. And I don't even think that the thing is I don't think that he couldn't do the jump dash. I don't think he knew that he had to do a jump dash. That's what it was. But for people to say that he sucks at games, plural, because of that is just, it's wrong. I totally disagree with that. Now, for everybody who doesn't know who he is, look at his pedigree. This dude's been in the business for what, 25 years? He's done reviews, he's done strategy guides, he's run websites. So to just discount him off of that one video is bullshit. It's hilarious. You can poke fun at it, whatever. But to say he sucks at games based on that is just bullshit. I don't give a fuck what it was, I Am Legend. Yeah, it was a tutorial. You guys remember playing Titanfall for the first time? And learning how to fucking wall jump and all that shit? Wasn't easy. But you learn how to do it. But to say this guy isn't qualified to be a games journalist is just bullshit. And since when does a fucking Cuphead tutorial have anything to do with whether you can finish a game or write a fucking game review or do an interview or anything in that entire scope of video game journalism? Has nothing to do with it. And like I've been saying, you can learn to play any game. You could say jump dash is a basic mechanic. It doesn't fucking matter. Most people these days don't even play 2D platform games. Either they don't like them, or they're too young to have ever experienced them, or they don't give a shit. Look at Kal-El, my man. I'll read it. I do remember sucking at Bionic Camo. Bionic. I think you spelled that wrong. I do remember sucking at Bionic Commando back in the day, big time. Right. Does that mean you suck at games? No. The only thing he did wrong was posting that video. But like me, he's got balls and doesn't give a shit. And the only thing I have issues with is him apologizing for it. He should not have apologized for that at all. He should have just said, fuck it, you know? Because people are going to be like that. People are going to be assholes. But to say that he sucks at games, like all games, based on that one thing, is just bullshit. And again, figure out who the guy is. Read about him online. See what he's done in this industry. See what websites he's run, what articles he's written, what reviews he's done. He's done strategy guides. I Am Legend says, it's like somebody picking up a first-person shooter and asking, how do you aim down scope? And then that person actually taking some time and learning the game and becoming good at it. Trees go to war. I sucked at Demon Souls at first, but I didn't bitch out like Tor and beat it. I thought you were gonna say something thought-provoking. Oh, Hayabusa wants a link to the video. Let me post that up. If it's still out there. Let's see. Cuphead tutorial. Here it is. God, there's so many people have linked it. Oh, let's see. It's got to be this one. Oh, that one looks funny. Let's play this one.
What's up, everybody? It's Rowan Gaming here. So I wanted to talk with you a bit about a video.
You can shut up. So just watch the gameplay in the background. Actually, I'm not going to play this one because I don't want to look at this guy's face. Let's see. Here we go. So watch this. So it's your standard 2D platformer tutorial where they put objects there and you just got to read the instructions and follow them to learn how to play the game. So up it says dash is quick evade on ground or air. So you have to hit A and then Y to dash. For some reason, this guy's stuck in between these two blocks. It's really frustrating to watch it. Now, for when I watch this, I've actually seen people struggle with stuff like this before, especially in platform games. And again, I don't think if you're a person who's been around playing games in this day and age for the most part, 3D games, first-person shooters, racing, and all that other crazy shit that comes out, 2D platform games are a thing of the past, with the exception of Mario and Yoshi. A lot of companies don't do 2D platformers anymore. It's considered retro. So right there, he figures out how to do the jump and dash. He gets it, but he still can't get on the second block. So he's missing his timing now. So he's already fucking progressed because he gets the jump dash now, but he can't get his timing right. There he goes. Now he gets it. That's pretty much it. Now he's got to lock in place and shoot the target up there. Oh, they didn't even feel it. Well, the reason why the video stopped is because that's the only part that he really did piss poor at. Now, if you were watching the video on the stream, you could see that it didn't really take him that long to get through it. It definitely was hilarious. But people have been like saying the meanest fucking things to him. But to say that he shouldn't be reviewing games because of that video is fucking bullshit. We're talking about a guy who's been in this industry for 25 years. It's bullshit. I don't even want to hear that stuff. That's like somebody seeing me throw a grenade on myself, but that's all they've ever seen from me and saying I shouldn't be a journalist. I think you would think the same thing. I remember one time in World of Warcraft, we were about to do, it was the first time I was leading the Onyxia raid. For all of you who don't know, Onyxia is this huge dragon in the game. And you got to get this stuff, open up the cave, go into the bottom, fight a few bats or drakes. And once you get to the opening, the tank runs in, gets the dragon's attention, starts sundering, builds up the hate. And then everybody else comes in and starts laying in their DPS. I had done the raid several times, but it was the first time I was actually running the raid. So I got all 20 of us ready, all ready to do the raid. And I said, okay, on my mark, follow me in. And I ran the wrong way and started heading out of the cave instead of into the den where the dragon was because I got turned around. I thought it was fucking hilarious, and so did everybody else. But shit like that happens sometimes. You can't just base this guy's entire career off that one video. You can't say that he sucks at games. Now, if you saw 5 or 6 videos where he's having problems playing, I think it would be safe to say that he sucks at games. But this is one video, it's a tutorial, and people saying that he sucks at games and he shouldn't be a games journalist is just bullshit. And this is what happens on the internet. People are ready to take out their pitchforks, take out their torches, and roast somebody for a couple of minutes of fucking video, and it's just fucking ridiculous. And I just don't agree with it. Thank you for bringing that up, Mike. Leave it up to Kotaku to say that Xbox One S sold as an Ultra HD Blu-ray player in Japan. This is Kotaku. Okay? So you click on the link and you look at the picture they posted, and it's made up bullshit. It's clickbait because it's an Xbox One for 29,000 yen, and in very small print it says Ultra HD Blu-ray player because it's a feature of the system. But somehow this got turned into this huge story, and it's 310 degrees on N4G. Haven't been to here in over a year. And it's the next big joke. It's like people just aren't bored of trying to figure out reasons to bash Microsoft and the Xbox, so they make this shit up, and it's Kotaku of all places. It's fucking ridiculous. Anyway, it's just bullshit. So, and again, if you believe all that shit, whatever.
Speaking of Microsoft, I saw a funny thing on Twitch today.
What'd you see?
There was an ad for the Microsoft Taco Bell thing.
Mm-hmm.
How like you can go to Taco Bell and get a
for $5
Xbox One earlier, or you get an Xbox One early or whatever. You can do the same thing they did with PlayStation.
Yeah.
But the ad had Microsoft characters in cosplay, like in a real you know how the PlayStation used to have those ads? Like,
yeah.
They did one. It's pretty funny.
Interesting. I know I saw the actual advertisement, and I've been meaning to go to Taco Bell so I could try and get a free Xbox One X because it's the only way I'm going to get it. But, yeah, I saw that what you're talking about. I just haven't seen it. I haven't seen it yet to see what they're doing. Pretty interesting. Let's see what else happened this week. There's a couple things. Oh, another thing with Destiny. I guess people are upset at the way they handled shaders now. Does anybody have the whole story put together? Because I don't really understand it.
So shaders in Destiny 1 were a one-time get item. You get one shader, you can use it on your character.
Right.
Now shaders are a item. So one shader. If you put it on your gun, if you only have one shader, that's it. You can't use it again. You have to find it again, or possibly. But I don't know about the buying thing. I'm guessing that you can buy them with real money now.
Okay.
But that's the big difference. Is the first one, it was one use forever, and now there's like regular items.
Interesting. A lot of people were upset about how they handled that. You know?
Sure.
Yeah.
If you're really into the character,
I totally forgot about that. I don't even know if I used that in Destiny on my character. I can't even remember. I don't remember any of that. Turn up Ice's mic. I can barely hear him. Is anybody else having problems hearing Ice? I'm not. The shader business is what you should be mad at. That's just one more thing. That's just one more Destiny thing. Again, if you have to pay money for these shaders and you can only use them once, it's more nickel diming.
Again,
yes, I agree with you, Hayabusa. I blame people that buy it because if they continue buying, the devs will keep feeding it to them.
Again, you don't have to pay for them. You can find them in the game.
But no, you
can't.
You can pay for them if you want them without looking for them.
You're right.
Now, a lot of people were saying Destiny's pay to win. Is this true?
I don't know.
Can you buy weapons?
I don't know.
Interesting. The YouTube stream. What? You can't hear me on the YouTube stream? Pay to look fly, not pay to win. Oh, look. Ice isn't in Torrent Studio with me. I can't adjust his sound without changing everybody else's. I got my sound and I got Discord sound. So if Ice is coming out low, that's because Ice's output probably isn't as high. But the funny thing,
on a cell phone.
Oh, you're on your cell phone.
Yeah,
you're not on your computer tonight. Because you're playing games. Never mind. Ice is gaming. That's okay. I can still hear you loud and clear, so I don't know what's wrong with these people. What else happened this week? Oh, I saw a screening of American Assassin. Pretty dope. Pretty good movie. If you're looking for some covert CIA action with good fighting and gunplay, go check it out. It was funny because so we went to the screening and they had this big dude there. He's like bouncer big. And he was talking about how he can't stand his job because he's got to fly city to city and make sure people don't have their phones on and shit during the movie. So I was like, he's like, man, I wish I could trade jobs with somebody. I'm like, wow, I would do that job. I'd love kicking people out of movie theater. So he told everybody, he says, okay, turn off your phones, don't put your phone on. If I see you with your phone on, I'm going to ask you to leave. He kicked 3 people out during the movie. And they weren't even like trying to record the movie or anything. They were just stupid, probably getting text messages and shit. And they pulled their phone out. He kicked them out. It made the movie so much more entertaining than it already was. So the new South Park game, instead of just having a skin color selector and a difficulty selector, they put it all in one. And if you pick easy, you'll be white. And if you pick hard, you'll be black. So the harder you pick for the difficulty level, the darker your skin gets. And it's basically social commentary on how hard it is for people of color versus white people. And I think it's fucking genius. It's fucking genius that they did that. And the funny thing to me is you're going to have guys out there that do not play games on easy mode for whatever reason. I'm not a guy who plays on easy ever, but I'm black. But you're going to have white dudes that never play on easy mode, and they're going to have to be like, well, I don't play on fucking easy mode, but if I play on the mode I usually play in, I'm going to be a black dude, and I don't want to be a black dude. Oh, you know what? I never did ask him. Let me get on Twitter real quick and ask Hip Hop Gamer. If you're on Twitter watching me, this is going to be a funny conversation. Watch. Hey. Oh, you know what? Hold on a second. Hey, at Hip Hop Gamer, did you check out the new South Park game? Are you gonna pick easy mode? Let's see what he says. I like messing with him. What else we got here? Oh. On my TV, why he wait? What else is going on? I could have swore there was some other shit going on.
Oh, did we talk about Nintendo taking down the Wii U thing? Or the Wii U, what's it called?
Oh, the MiiVerse?
Yeah.
That's right. I actually didn't read the story on that. Anybody got the news on that? I just saw a blurb that MiiVerse is being shut down.
I think that's what the story is.
But was there a reason or anything?
Probably because they don't want to. Because you know how you could draw on that?
Yeah,
like
people, they're getting sick and tired of people drawing cocks and balls and stuff.
They probably just want to stop putting resources into managing that.
Jackley, you should have been here earlier. So you know that... Wait a minute. Did Hip Hop Gamer actually make a video? This isn't for real, is it? Oh, he did. So Hip Hop Gamer made a video on South Park, and as soon as you watch his gameplay, he's picked the whitest character in the fucking game. Wait a minute. Let me put this on the stream. This is hilarious. Oh my god. This is hilarious. Look at this shit. This is Hip Hop Gamer's character.
He still use cheats on easy.
He's playing fucking South Park on easy mode. This is hilarious.
And he still use cheats.
This is so funny. Is he at PAX or something? Maybe that's the default character they pick for you. It doesn't matter. That's funny. That is hilarious. Oh man, he even went easy on South Park. That's
now
funny.
Torrance.
Yeah.
You know how we were talking about the guy who was really bad at the video game and
Yes.
that he shouldn't be able to review video games?
Yes.
If you play every game on easy, should you be able to review video games?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you should still be able to review video games because a lot of you don't know I have a private channel, private chat going on in Twitter, and it's me, Tony, Gary Swaby.
Oh yeah, here we
Ryan,
go.
Riku-san, and we're all in this chat.
I don't know who Ryan is. But is that
I said Brian.
black?
You know who Brian is.
Is that a color? Is that an all colors chat room?
No, Tony's almost white.
No, he's not.
I didn't make the room. Okay, it's just a room. We got together for some reason, and then we kept the room, and then there's heated conversations go on in there. So we were talking about the whole Dean Takahashi thing, and we brought up Hip Hop Gamer. And I said, well, if you believe that this guy shouldn't be reviewing games, then how do you feel about Hip Hop Gamer playing on easy mode? And nobody really wanted to comment on that.
Pussies.
But here's the thing. Here's what I had to say about it. I will take this to the grave with me. If you remember, if you go way back, I got into a huge debate with Dirty Bird Phoenix over this. I used to do this thing where I would make people review games that they were uncomfortable with, or that they quote unquote weren't good at playing. And I did that because reviewing a game isn't about being good at the game. It's about understanding the gameplay, graphics, sound, and story. You don't have to be a good player to understand the story and write about it. You don't have to be a good player to understand the sound in the soundtrack and sound design. You don't have to be a good player to understand the graphics and what they're doing with the graphics in the game. You don't even have to be good to play the game. You just have to be competent enough to take your character through the campaign, through multiplayer, and learn enough about the game to write a piece about it. And the argument I had with Dirty Bird was like, oh, I suck at fighting games. You should give that to somebody else who knows more about fighting games. And I'm like, is the meat inside your skull incapable of learning how to play a new type of game? Do you mean to tell me you can't pick up Tekken and learn the moves, play through the campaign, and play a couple of different characters and write a review about it?
Listen, we all know why Dirty said that. He just didn't want to do any work.
Well, that's realistically why. But I was making a point. It's like, okay, so you suck at fighting games. You can't tell me if the graphics are good or not? You can't tell me if the story's good? It's just...
You think he sucked at using a mouse?
Yeah, yes, he definitely sucked at using a mouse. But, you know, it kind of aggravated me. It's just like, Daigo's one of the best fighting game players in the world. But it doesn't mean he's a good reviewer. Doesn't mean he can write a review.
Yeah, the argument doesn't really hold water, but it also doesn't hold water if you're going to tell me that you played, like if you, I'm trying to think of a game, like you can't really play Dark Souls on easy mode.
Yeah.
But like if you could, and you played Dark Souls and then you reviewed it, not saying that you like, oh, hey, by the way, I played easy mode in this, and you play it and you like try to pass it off as, oh, I just played the game regularly, it probably wouldn't be the same game.
Oh,
you
no.
can't really say.
But see, you're going back to the Hip Hop Gamer argument.
Right.
And I am totally against playing games on easy. Personally, I'm against playing games on easy because if you play a game on easy, that takes away your experience of how the game should be played, which is normal. For me, it's normal. If I'm in one, if it's like, let's say it's a sequel, like if it's God of War 3 or Gears 4, and it's like, you know what, I played all those games on normal, I'm ready to go crazy. I'm going to play on the hardest level ever because I get this game, I'm good at it, I know about it, I just want to challenge myself. But to me, there's no reason to play on easy. If you think that playing on easy is going to shave off a couple hours of your playtime so you can write the review quicker, more power to you. But in certain games, like a Souls game, which I don't even think has difficulty slider. That's why you got so frustrated with Bloodborne. Are there any Souls games with a difficulty slider?
You can make the game more difficult, but
Yeah.
the base game, no.
Yeah, so that cancels it out because you really can't do that. But if you could make Dark Souls or Demon Souls or any of those games easy, if they did have a difficulty slider, and you beat the game in easy and you wrote your review, you'd be missing out on something very important. One of the things that makes Souls games is their difficulty level. It's fucking super hard on normal. And I say normal because there's no difficulty slider in most of those games. The base difficulty level is hard as fuck. And that's one of the things that makes Souls games so awesome. So by playing Souls games in easy, you're not experiencing that. You're not going to write about that. You're going to sit there and be like, yeah, the graphics, the sound, yeah, the game, story was pretty cool. The gameplay was really cool. Controls are responsive, blah, 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 blah. Somebody's going to be like, oh, cool. I like that game. I'm going to go buy it. They're going to go buy the game. They're going to play it. It's like, holy shit. He didn't say anything about fucking how hard this game is or about how if you don't beat the boss or a checkpoint boss, then you got to start all over again. He didn't say anything about that in his review. So in that case, you're missing out on something. You're missing out on something important that you could be informing your readers with. But by quote unquote sucking at a game, if you suck at a game when you first play, if you keep playing, you're going to get better. Practice makes perfect. So once you can get over that hump of jumping and dashing, once you learn how to do it and it's in your muscle memory and you get, okay, I can do this now, I've gotten better, then you finish the game and then you can write your review. But I do not believe that because, in this case, Dean Takahashi sucked on that tutorial, that he's not qualified to write. That's just stupid. Like I said, Daigo, he probably can't write a good review. He's an excellent game player, top tier, legendary, but that doesn't mean he's a good reviewer. And just because somebody's a good reviewer doesn't mean they're a great game player. But all they need is the tools to get through the game. And I'm sorry if you're reviewing this. Is another thing I brought up with Dirty Bird. If you're reviewing a fighting game, you don't necessarily have to know what a super cancel is or even how to do it. You don't have to know what a hitbox is. You don't even have to talk about that in your review. You could, but that's FGC talk for the most part. But if you're playing the game and you're finding a problem, if you're saying you think you're hitting the character, but you're not, but you look at the graphics and you could swear you're hitting the character and it's not registering a hit, that's a hitbox problem. So yeah, then that's something you should be bringing up in your review. Yeah, the game has hitbox problems. But if it doesn't have hitbox problems, there's no real reason to bring up hitbox. I mean, other than to say, wow, the hitbox is really accurate, but you know, what are you really adding to the review there? If you think the game plays well, you played the campaign, you played several of the characters, you should be able to write a fucking review. And I don't care if somebody can write a better review than you because they're better at fighting games. That's not what we're trying to do here. And that's why I always gave people shit that I knew they didn't like to review. I did it to challenge them, and I did it for them to understand what writing game reviews is all about. Now, if you have somebody that's not a gamer at all, no, I'm not going to sit them down and try to teach them how to be a gamer before I teach them how to write reviews. If you're not a gamer, no, we don't want you here. Okay? Every reviewer is a gamer. But again, I think it's bullshit the way he's been treated over this.
Yeah, it kind of sucks.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I Am Legend says he couldn't beat the first level of Bloodborne.
Blame them for being assholes.
What'd you say, Ice?
So the people who do that are such fucking shitlords.
Yeah, they are. But you know, I don't know. That's the internet. And then let's see. Oh, I missed a lot. So Jackal says the AI gets dimmed down too much, or dumbed down too much. I'm Legend says hip hop has been unworthy of reviewing games. And then he says he couldn't beat the first. He actually did beat the first level of Bloodborne. From what I remember, he beat the first boss. And then Butterball comes in with the fucking Mike dropped and says Fury must be unreviewable. Oh God. I Am Legend's preparing his response. That's true. I'm not a reviewer. That's true. But if you were a reviewer, would you have finished Fury? Well, I made you a reviewer in order to finish Fury, and you didn't do it. So you're fired. I had to... It all comes back to Fury. Exactly. All right, so I Am Legend. You're not a reviewer, right? So how are you qualified to say anything about Hip Hop Gamer or anything about Dean Takahashi if you're not even a reviewer? I gave you an opportunity to prove yourself. Yes, you did turn in a review, but you didn't finish the game. Do you know what the gaming public would say to you if they went on a site, saw your review, and then found out that you didn't finish the game? You know what they would do? They'd give you all that vitriol and say you're not worthy of being a reviewer. And would I agree with them when they did that? No, I wouldn't. I would actually be on your side. So the point is, don't throw stones in a glass house. And I'd like to point out that Ice finished his review assignment, completed the game.
Before a lot of time.
Yep. Just want to point that out. That's two different things, though. Man, it don't fucking matter. Okay? There's a reason why I did that whole thing. Because it's easy for somebody who sits at home on the internet to get online, on Twitter or whatever, and talk shit about somebody else. It's really easy for people to do. But when you're put in that position, and then people start talking shit about you and bring it up, Butterball brought that up. I was going to bring it up. Butterball did it. It's different. You get defensive. Oh, I'm not a reviewer. I still turned in a review. It's different when somebody else is doing it to you. You know what I'm saying? But people are so easy out there to talk shit and say things about people, all because of some stupid video game fucking tutorial.
Hold on, bro. That's two different things, though, man. Like, for real.
No, it falls under the same thing, man. It's the same thing.
No, let me say. Hip-hop, when we're talking about hip-hop has already said many a time, long time ago, he only picks games he likes to review. Period. Oh, but boy.
He doesn't report to anybody.
I know. And that's what makes, and that's the thing about hip-hop. Hip-hop, if he wants, can take a whole month to review a game. He can choose when he wants to put it out. The dude that you're talking about, that personally, I didn't say he doesn't deserve to be a reviewer, but it just looks bad when you're playing a tutorial and it takes you how many times? 5-6 times before you realize, oh, it's a jump dash and it says that on the screen.
But you're saying it looks bad? Looks bad
Yeah.
How? It's a video game.
It's a tutorial and
yes.
it said jump
what is
and
it?
then dash in midair.
A tutorial is there.
Jump the dash.
A tutorial is there to help teach you how to play the game.
I would say this. Hold on. I would say this. Not knowing necessarily the environment the man was playing in, it is totally possible that he was, one, carrying on a conversation with a developer or someone helping him play with the game while playing that, and just, like, the part you saw was him not engaged 100% with the game. And if you've ever, like, played a game while talking or played a game while streaming and trying to do other things, it's a little different than just sitting down playing the game with your full attention.
And I'm giving you props, Ice, because I know you've been in that environment, and I know you know what it's like because you've been experienced. And that's part of the thing that aggravates me. And I'm not just talking about you, I Am Legend. I'm talking about all these people. He actually posted, I told you he posted an apology. I'm going to link it to y'all so you can read it. Because, one, like me, he posted that video as a joke. I post videos of me. Oh, Jesus. The fuck? I post videos of me fucking up in games because I know you guys get a kick out of it and it's funny. But I don't expect anybody on the internet to come in and say Torrance doesn't deserve to be a game journalist because he sucks at games because they saw me throw a grenade on myself. That's just bullshit. Most of these people out there that talking that shit, they won't show their face on the internet. They've never written an article in their life. They don't know what it takes to be a games journalist, and they're just assholes. They've never been to a convention. They don't understand how the business works. It's okay for somebody to suck at games is what I'm saying. And I'm not saying games as a whole, but it's okay that Dean took a while to figure out the fucking tutorial. Yeah, it's fucking hilarious as hell, and it's frustrating to watch. But again, look at this guy's body of work. Look at what he's done in the business as a person of color. Okay? So that's all I'm saying. Read that article about what he has to say about it. And he says some pretty interesting things in there. And his gameplay video was from Gamescom. He wasn't, it's not like he was home in his environment.
Gamescom, the most, depending on where he played it, because I do not know.
Yep.
The most attended video game expo
in the world.
Environment in the world.
Yes. He's not black, he's Asian. Takahashi, he's Japanese. I consider Japanese people to be people of color.
And I don't feel he has to apologize.
I agree. I don't think you should
apologize.
I don't think you should have apologized either. I wouldn't apologize for that shit. You ever see me apologize for grenades?
It's just like Arthur Geese when he put out that Doom footage looking terrible. He didn't apologize, but at the same time, like saying, I don't know that dude like you know his work, but I know Arthur Geese's work, and I know, unlike some people who were talking about reviews games, he played what's Ninja Gaiden or Ninja Gaiden, whatever, on some of the hardest difficulties, harder than the guy who grilled Mitchie D about not getting to the second level, not being able to answer his question. So I don't hold a game journalist bad for being bad.
Yeah.
But I feel like I can comment on him if you want to say, well, Maury, how can you? Well, yeah, you put me on a challenge. I took your challenge, failed. So I have a small understanding of what a reviewing is.
Well, yeah, it's a small, but there's so much more to it, though.
Yeah.
But he can also say it looks bad because it does look bad. That's
it does look bad.
Well, I'm
but
just saying, you kind of said
but
say that.
That's why I said his only crime was actually posting the video.
No, actually, no. There was no fucking crime.
No, I don't consider it a real crime, but
the only crime is the retarded people.
Yes.
Who have no life other than to post ignorant shit and hateful shit on the internet. Like, always.
And the thing is, most of the people who are posting that shit have no idea who this guy is. They have no idea who he is. None. They've never seen him before, never been to his website. They saw this video. It's just, I don't understand what the fuck is wrong with gamers these days. Part of me wants to tell everybody, whoa, we're taking video games too seriously. We really are. We're taking it to the point where we're hating each other over fucking games. But then there's another part of me that's like, well, it's $1 billion art form. We should take it seriously, but not how these people are taking it seriously to the point where they're issuing death threats to people over shit.
Again, you can take something serious and not be a fucking idiot.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, I mean, you as a journalist, you should take your work seriously, But if you're not a journalist and all you're doing is going to GameStop, buying games, and playing them for enjoyment, then why are you getting on the internet so pissed off about shit? It's just like the fanboy shit. Shut the fuck up. Play your games. Enjoy the fuck out of your console. I don't care if you got a fucking Nintendo Virtual Boy. Enjoy the fuck out of it. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing in their home. If somebody bought a fucking PlayStation 4 and all they're doing is getting naked, getting a hard on, and slapping their dick on it, well, more power to them. Okay? That's their fucking business. If people are using their Xboxes as a stepping stool, more power to them. Stop worrying about what other people are doing with their goddamn money. I've never seen such a divided community in my life. It's fucking ridiculous. It's worse than politics.
No.
It's worse than fucking politics. It's worse. It's far worse.
But there's fanboys and everything. I mean,
no, this is that. I understand fanboy and what a fanboy is. I used to be a Sega fanboy, but I didn't call people names or racial slurs over that shit. I didn't give people death threats. You know, it's like, does anybody have anything better to do? I just want to take some hardcore gamers and stick them in a room for a week with no electricity, no internet, no TV, nothing, just to see what the fuck they do. I'll give them a coloring book. Yes, I agree. People do this over everything, and I think humans are scum, and that's where the real problem is. But goddamn, gaming is supposed to be fun. It's entertainment. When you go to the store and you pick up a game and you put it in your little bag and you get on the bus or whatever, get in your car and you drive home, it's like, oh, I got to eat. Let me get fast food because I don't have time to fucking cook. And you get your food and you sit there and you put your game down and you eat your hamburger or whatever. And you open it up. Back in the days, you used to open it up and read the instructions, but they don't have that anymore. And then you run in your room, you turn on your TV, and it takes like forever for your TV to come on. And then you power up your system. It's like, oh, I got to fucking update. I got to wait for this. And you put your disc in, and you're finally playing. That's supposed to be fun. You're not supposed to be hating on people over this. It's fucking ridiculous. Tree's got a point. Plus, gaming is not as bad as politics. We haven't gone to the next level and started running over fanboys with cars yet. And smell it. Yes. Back in the days when you had manuals, I used to smell every single one. Anybody here ever get a Working Designs game for their Sega Saturn? Anyway, I'm going really deep down the rabbit hole. But anyway, I think it's really crazy the way we do shit nowadays. It's fucking ridiculous. I look at some of this shit on Twitter. It just blows my fucking mind. It's like some dude, I guess, posted a video that I think it was Assassin's Creed. Some guy posted a video. He went to Gamescom or whatever, or some show or PAX, and he posted a video and said that Ubisoft said that there's going to be a 1080p 60 mode for Assassin's Creed. And all of these guys jumped down his throat and accused him of being a liar. And I'm sitting back and I'm like, well, what if he isn't lying? What if that's what the developers actually told him? And why is it that people can't just wait for the game to come out before they lambaste somebody for fucking lying, before they accuse them of lying? Wait for the game to come out and see if the mode's there or not. Now, I was kind of concerned with this because I don't know if you guys remember when, yeah, I get that he's lied before. I understand that. But in this particular case, it brings me back to the time where I went to DICE at E3 and I asked them if Battlefield 3 or 4 for consoles was going to be 1080p 60. And they said, our goal is for it to be 1080p 60. It may have been Battlefield 4. So when the game came out, there was no 1080p 60 version of the game. There was a 720p 60 game and a 900p 60 game. So had I come back, and I may have mentioned it on a Warzone, had I come back and said, hey, DICE told me that Battlefield is going to be 1080p 60, some of y'all might have thought I was crazy. But that's what DICE told me. What am I supposed to do? Accuse them of lying? Let's wait for the game to come out and see. So in this particular case, yeah, maybe he's lied before, but in this particular case, nobody has proof that he's lying right now. I've had those conversations with developers. Every single developer out there will tell you that their target is 1080p 60. Okay? Their target. Every developer tries to get to 1080p 60, but none of them can do it on these shitty-ass consoles. But they'll tell you that, and you'll go back and you're right about it, and the whole world will think you're fucking crazy. Or they'll believe you, and then when the game comes out, and it's not 1080p 60, they'll fucking burn you at the fucking stake. So, I don't know the guy. I don't know who he is. I don't know about his past. But when this came up, I just thought about the conversation I had with DICE. I'm like, well, maybe this guy really did have a conversation with Ubisoft. Maybe they did say that their target's 1080p 60. So, at least let the game come out first. And if it's not 1080p 60, then throw the fucking book at them. But if it is 1080p 60, get yourself a bucket of Kentucky Fried Crow and eat it. That's all I'm saying about that. When's TG?
But
What?
boy didn't say like what you're saying. It's a target. He was. I'm not doubting the boy. I'm just going off the conversation I read between him and Black Bond.
Mm-hmm.
But boy was just saying, yeah, they're working on it. It's happening. Like he's not saying the same thing. We heard that. I heard that. Same thing. 1080p 60. They always try to say that. That's why I think people are mad at Bungie for not saying, like, not even attempting to say like, oh yeah, we were trying to target 1080p 60,
Right.
but we can't do it. At least they explained.
Yeah.
I believe Bungie. They're explaining why they won't do it. 1080p 60. But it just seems like, oh boy, on some fanboy shit, is out here trying to say, oh yeah, we're gonna get the 1080p 60 version on this, and then so who's the dev? Oh, he told me not to say his name. Like all this. Like, I'm not saying that didn't happen, but I'm just saying from somebody who I don't know. Tor, if you told me this, and you said I talked to a dev, and he told me, I said, just like how when you had that white paper, I didn't need you to tell me where you got that white paper that old boy stole and got famous off of for a day.
Oh yeah.
But you had it, and I do believe you. I may give some hard time shit when you came up with some shit, and then what happened? That one day, Arthur Geese backed up what you said about what you heard was coming to the PS4.
Right.
That's the type of shit you do. You have a track record of actually being able to get some information from somebody, and then it being verified by somebody else. I don't know this dude, just like you don't know this dude. What you say makes sense, but on some fanboy shit from a fanboy who happened to go somewhere. I have no problem with Black Bond questioning the dude, especially when it was different when Coel was on here hoping that Ryzen was in the Xbox One.
Right.
He was guaranteeing the shit.
I was hoping
that's
too.
That's the type of fanboy he is. Yeah,
but I qualify my shit, because if you don't qualify, you get caught up. Like I said, I think it's going to be Ryzen. I could be wrong. That's my guess. And people are still going to say, Torrance, I told you, but they're not going to call me a liar. And like I said, I don't know who the guy was, and I was only saying, let the game come out, and then you could fucking have your way with the dude. If the game comes out and it's not in there, then fucking go nuts. But my whole thing is, if you're going nuts now, and the game comes out and it does have the 1080p 60 mode, you're gonna look stupid. That's all I'm saying. People are always quick to pull the trigger. I have a feeling, my honest opinion is, I think they will have a 1080p 60 mode, because isn't Shadow of War having one? Isn't Microsoft working with developers to try to get that? So that's without even knowing this guy. Let's say I didn't read that tweet. That's what I thought. I thought Microsoft was trying to get all these developers to have a 1080p 60 mode. But so Hip Hop Gamer responded. Y'all gonna laugh. So I said, let's review. I said, hey, Hip Hop Gamer, did you check out the new South Park game? Are you going to pick easy mode? He says, LOL, very difficult. And then Dio says, South Park is the Dark Souls of the comedic video game genre. Oh, God. Hilarious. Anyway, that's that. What else? Yeah, Patriots are going to have trouble this season. I'll throw that out there.
Why?
Because their defense needs a lot of work. I don't know if they were tired last night or whatever. Oh, my God. You know how hard that was to watch the World Championship, Patriots, and the greatest of all time, Tom Brady, lose that first game? I figured you'd laugh, Ice. But it was just ugly. Ugly. I'm like, these guys might not. If they don't get their shit together, they ain't even going to make the playoffs this year. They need to get their shit together.
It's one game.
I know, but it was just such an ugly game.
Please.
It was so ugly. Like, what the fuck are you all doing? Come on, Ice. I'm a Patriot. We know we're always supposed to win. So you brought up Okami HD Remaster. That news came out a couple weeks ago, and I don't even know if we talked about it. Is it confirmed now? And what system is it? Is it just PS4 and it's PS4 and Steam, right? Yeah, Steam. Okay, cool. What else? What else? Anybody got any questions or anything? Oh, wow. You guys are quiet tonight. What the fuck? Did anybody watch my Uncharted gameplay? At least my last one where I finally beat the game. Oh, you got to watch it?
I watched it. You were struggling.
I wasn't struggling. I actually had a blast on that last fucking act. That was intense. Jackal says, yes, you are trash. Boy, when he slapped fucking Nadine, I almost lost it. I'm like, I know you're not just going to sit there and take that.
So the question I have, since you finally beat the game.
Yeah, finally.
Early in the game. Finally. Yes, the game's over a year old. Yes, you finally beat it.
Yeah, I checked that out. I said, how old is this game? It's pretty old.
You were virtually disrespecting the story. Calling out where we're going to go. It's just going to be Shambhala. It wasn't Shambhala.
No, I was wrong. Actually, I was wrong. It wasn't just Shambhala. They were actually searching for treasure this time, which I thought was cool. But the pacing still sucked.
Okay, but I just want to know, because they won awards for the story.
Yeah.
What is your opinion on the story?
I thought the story was good. It wasn't great. But it was good. I don't think it was award-winning. No, not at all. It was definitely not award-winning.
I can respect that.
Yeah. I don't know how they won awards for the story. I would think a game, not knowing what the complete story is like, but I would think a game like Witcher 3 would win for story. But again, we're just basing this on one award show, right? Video Game Awards. You know what I need to do? I need to print out a big full-color picture of Jeff Keighley's head and then cut it out. And then whenever I do his voice, just hold it over my face like a mask. Excuse me! I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that at work on Monday.
Put a fucking rubber band and shit.
Yeah. Wait, let's do a preview of this and see what it'll look like. Hold on, this will be funny. Now, everybody thinks I'm dissing Jeff when I do this. I'm not. I actually respect the guy. I just gotta make it funny.
I think he was offended though when you first did that to him.
Oh, he was offended, but I think he understood what I was saying. You can't be sitting there with a bunch of fucking Doritos and shit and have people not think you're a puppet. I gotta find an appropriate picture here. This one's good. Okay. Ready? If you're watching the stream, this is gonna be funny. Excuse me! I don't think that was funny at all. Was Jeff Keighley got the Video Game Awards this year? Actually, if I'm going to talk like that, I need one where he's smiling. I'm going to make that mask, though. It's going to be funny. Okay, what else? What else is going on? People want to know the next game I'm beating. It's probably not going to be Uncharted Chloe. I think I'm going to go for Horizon next. I really want to dive back into that and get that done. Butterball says, did you hear Nintendo is locking game features needing a card? What do you mean by that?
But is he talking about NBA 2K needing a SD card?
I guess so. I think that's what he's talking about. Games, I guess certain games that you have to have an SD card in order to play them is what he's trying to say. I didn't even know that.
It's not enough memory, man.
Wow.
No, they lock game features, like you can't play the whole game.
Well, that sucks.
Correct.
What are you going to do about that, Freddie?
Buy a $5 SD card.
$5?
You know what I mean? Like, it's cheap.
Hey, when's the New York Comic Con? Is it October?
Yeah.
Are you going to represent VG Warzone?
Yeah.
You better, since the badge has "Shut the fuck up and play" on it. You bastard.
It's both.
You bastard. It has both?
Well, I don't know. I just put both just in case.
And they gave you a pass but denied me.
Did you try again?
No, motherfuckers. Fuck those motherfuckers.
No, but remember you got the pass and shit? You didn't know?
Wasn't that last year?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because somebody was, what? You denied Torrance Davis? Are you fucking out of your mind? Give me that. Approved. Send him a pass.
I think they see you and then they send me a pass. It's like, oh yeah, that big motherfucker.
No, that's the dude that was next to him laughing the whole time.
Yeah, he spilled his juice, remember? Oh, yeah.
Butterball says, I'll wear a Warzone shirt to New York Comic. Do you have one?
You should just go for the day, Tor.
Don't be saying that if you don't have one. You know where to get one. Wait, is my shop even still up?
You should go for the day.
Nah, dude, I can't.
You could bring your fisting rod.
My fisting rod?
Your fist.
Go ahead and fish out of the Hudson.
Yeah, I don't think I have my shop anymore. I gotta put that back up. What is it? What was it? Oh, my spread chart. Okay.
Shop is closed?
Yeah, because it's just... I gotta figure out how to log in and do everything. And I haven't been here in a while. Here we go. What else is going on?
Did you guys last week talk about the whole Pachter shit?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, well, I'll leave it alone then.
Orgasm about Michael Pachter.
I think he was being very unprofessional.
Shut that up. Was being unprofessional.
He was. He had no right to say any of that crap.
Going against your boy Greenberg, huh? Making Greenberg look bad, your best friend. On Facebook.
He was going up against Windows Central. I didn't care about it wasn't really about who he was going up against, it was what he was saying. And I just thought that was, I mean, it's far be it for me to say somebody's being unprofessional, but it's almost like he lost his cool, you know? Because, like, seriously, I don't think he ever got this upset when anybody else talked about pre-orders before. He didn't say anything about pre-orders back in 2013 when Microsoft and Sony were talking about their pre-orders. Why now? What's so different now? Why did he lose his cool and talk shit about Windows Central?
But my fault. I don't remember Xbox and Sony really bragging about
Oh,
pre-orders back
yes,
then.
they did.
Personally.
Yes,
personally,
they
I'm just
did.
saying personally.
I'm just telling you. I'm informing you. It is my job to inform you. Yes, they did. They did talk about their pre-order numbers.
So
the big thing back in 2013 was the fact that both Sony and Microsoft, not only did they get a ton of pre-orders, but they both sold over 1 million units that first week.
Mm-hmm.
But nobody complained about that. But now, for some reason, it's an issue. And knowing Patcher, I mean, he's a really nice guy and everything. Like, why did that set him off? I don't get it. And he went back and he apologized for it. So he must have thought he did something wrong, too. Did anybody get in Act 2? Ice, did you get in Act 2?
Nope.
You going to get it so you can continue the story?
If you want to do another dumbass fucking trial, though, go ahead and give it to me.
Co-op.
But I hear it's just better, though. I hear it's actually a better game.
I thought you liked it so much that you would get it on your own.
Nope.
Oh, man. Shit. Okay. Well, maybe I'll have to get it and send it to you.
I don't dress a turd up so much.
Okay. Well, people?
What?
Anything else?
Fake ass yawn.
You see it? Yeah, I see it all the time, Khalil. Oh, did you see IT? Yeah, that's what I do for a living. That's what I go to work for every day.
It. I'm trying to talking about it, motherfucker.
The Stephen King movie? Yeah, I saw the TV series years ago.
The new movie is fucking great.
I haven't seen it, but I think it's on my list.
You definitely gotta
So did you guys see my fishing video where we got into an argument with that dude? Did everybody see it? Yes, no, maybe.
No.
You didn't see it, Ice?
You got an argument? Oh, you talking about your fish and shit?
Yeah.
No, I don't care.
Yeah, just check it out.
I don't want to see a dude yelling at you for having a fucking boat.
Look, when I yelled at that guy in Battlefield, you played that video 100 times, and you don't want me to see me yell at this dude, a real person in life?
It's not going to be as fun as the other one.
Yes, it will. Just watch it. You'll laugh. Guaranteed.
You know how Destiny's DLC is not going to be as good because you played the first one? I've seen enough of your arguments to know it's not going to be fun.
Dude, just... You owe this to me, Ice.
Oh, I don't owe you shit.
You can't just watch it for me? Look, at the laughs are already coming in. It's like a minute, Ice. Just watch it. You can't take a minute out of your life for me?
I took 2 hours just now.
Okay. Well, anyway.
I'll watch it at some point.
Yeah, thank you. That's all I can ask from you, Ice. That's all I want.
Just lip service. Not even actually do it. Just say I will.
Timestamp? What do you mean timestamp? It's at the very beginning, Shaw. You know? All right. Anything else? I imagine you got any more doom and gloom about DC Hero Universe?
Oh, you want to talk about how there was a report that DC's trying to give the Joker role to someone else?
Oh, I've known that for a while.
Yeah, you see they picked the director for Suicide too?
Yeah. I'm interested in Suicide Squad 2. I don't want to see any other fucking separate movies with fucking Joker and Harley Quinn. The whole Gotham City Sirens movie with Batgirl, I'm down for that. But I don't want to see a fucking... We already saw the Joker Harley Quinn love story in Suicide Squad 1. I don't want another movie like that.
You don't think... I don't want to see it, but I would have faith in Scorsese directing, who we know he's going to pick... He's apparently Leonardo to be Joker, but I don't want an origin story, because the only origin story I'm truly interested in is in Heath Ledger's Joker.
Aquaman.
I want to know how that Joker became that.
Oh, well, he's dead.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, we've seen the Joker story. We know the Joker story. We know he fell into the vat. Like, what is he really going to do?
Wait, hold
That's
on.
different.
Jackal says as long as Suicide Squad 2 doesn't have a supernatural villain, it should be fine. Why didn't you like the supernatural villain part? You mean you want it to be somebody with flesh that you can beat their ass and get into a fight in the street?
The Batman.
Yeah. You know what? I need to update Star Citizen, log into it and see how it's doing. Suicide Squad doesn't do save the world type shit. Doesn't do save the world type shit, right? Oh, so you didn't like the bad guys having a bad guy to fight to save the world. You want to hear my Suicide Squad story? Here's my Suicide Squad story. Okay, you ready? Because when I was watching it, I really dug this aspect of the movie. Here's how I would have done the Suicide Squad. So they bring all these people into their prison or whatever, and they got all these skills, and they send them on some mission, whatever, right? And during the mission, they all figure out how to escape. And the rest of the movie is Batman finding each and every one of the Suicide Squad members and bringing them back. That would have been my Suicide Squad movie. And I would have told absolutely nobody that Batman was in the movie. I would have had them do their thing and then figure out a way for them to escape and wreak havoc. And then I would have had Batman come in like the third act. Everybody in the audience would have went fucking berserk. What? Batman's in this movie? And then have Batman getting all the fucking Suicide Squad back together and locked up. That would have been my Suicide Squad movie. And it would have been the fucking shit.
He's supposed to catch them all in one act?
Well, you know, it's not... Obviously, you're going to edit for time. You know, it would probably be a long montage of him catching all these people. And the very last one, oh, look at Khalil. See? Oh, my man. Me and him were thinking the same thing. I said montage, and he hit enter, and montage popped up. Khalil, my man, knows what I'm talking about.
That's cheap usage of Batman.
No, it's not.
See, what you have to find, the true essence of Suicide Squad interacting with Batman is Batman going to do something and then finding out that old girl sent Suicide Squad to go do another mission on the side without him knowing. And I'm doing some even more fucked up shit to actually accomplish what he was doing.
That sounds interesting too. But then shit goes all wrong, and he's got to capture all the Suicide Squad and bring it back.
Yeah, you could have that. I just don't want I have nothing wrong with what you're saying. I just don't want the montage. I want to see Batman being Batman.
You want it to be the whole movie. Well, that's a Batman movie then.
Yeah, just make it Batman.
I want people to think they're going to see just the Suicide Squad, and then at last act, Batman comes in. Then it just turns into a Batman film, and everybody's fucking throwing their popcorn up and going crazy in the theater and saying, "Oh my God, this is the greatest thing ever." And then the last guy he's got to turn in is the fucking Joker. It could be a 2.5 hour long movie. It'd be fucking dope. That would be my Suicide Squad movie. Or at the end, Diablo goes nuts and turns into that giant Diablo thing, and then Superman comes in and blows cold air on him and freezes him. Okay, now I'm just getting silly. Or they call Flash and it's done in 10 minutes. Those little moments in Suicide Squad I absolutely love. The moment with Flash, the moments with Batman. When Batman punched fucking Harley Quinn in the face, I'm like, are you kidding me? You can't do that on the big screen. It was great. That's why I love that movie. I found it totally entertaining. I didn't even care if the plot was just like substandard old school shit. I loved the fucking movie. I mean, the plot was simple. It was really simple. It was, I mean, you could tell that they wrote that movie pretty fast. But I just love the character interaction. I love the little bits they had with Batman. It was just great. I need to watch it again. Anyway.
Oh, how'd you think old girl looked in the Wasp outfit?
She looked cool. I loved Ant-Man. I can't get too excited about Ant-Man and the Wasp, but she looked good in the outfit. I hope it's better than the first one, and I enjoyed the first one. And I'm telling you, I'm really excited about Ragnarok, Black Panther, and Justice League. Can't wait. Oh, I can't wait. Had some good character moments, but plot fell flat and actions could have been better. Yeah. Like, I liked seeing Will Smith get ill with the guns. I thought that was cool. Even though he wasn't my number one, obviously wasn't my number one choice to play that character, but the stuff he actually did with the guns where he got to show off, what he could do, I thought that was cool. I just needed to see more. When they showed Harley Quinn, they showed her original outfit and the giant hammer. I'm like, at least have her carry that hammer around. I mean, come on, let's be authentic. Whatever. On to the next movie.
Ice, did you download the 2K demo?
He did.
Yeah.
How is it?
How do I put this? You can play one game, 5-on-5 between I think the Warriors and the Cavaliers in like a practice arena, which I haven't done yet. I came for the My Player type thing where you start your character and shit like that, and that's pretty terrible. It's like 4 or 5 games, and then it takes you to a screen that says pre-order to continue to play or some shit. So I'm pretty disappointed in it because NBA Lives was way better, more robust as far as a demo goes, because you could actually play online with other people, and this you can't. So I'm pretty disappointed in it. But the game comes out in a week.
And that's live, right?
2K comes out in a week.
Oh,
I'm not
that's
sure when live.
Are you getting both?
No, I'm not gonna get live. if I can get 2K, there's no reason to buy 2 basketball games.
Do you know my cousin buys every basketball game that comes out every year?
I'm sorry for your cousin. No waste.
he really enjoys them though.
That's fine.
Okay. Well, folks, that's it. Anything else? Any last things?
Oh, I seen an article where I guess they talked to the director of Shamu. I can't remember who it was. If
The
it's
director
Eurogame or
of
whatever.
Shamu?
Shamu 3.
The fucking whale at
No, mother.
SeaWorld?
You know what game I'm talking about. Am I saying it
You
wrong?
said Shamu.
Yeah, is that the name?
Are we
of the
talking
game?
wildlife now?
I
Free
never
Willy!
played it, but you know what I'm talking about. And they said it looked better, and that boy might have. They showed him something different, and it looked better.
He
That's
got
all
an
I
eye
can say.
job?
I guess. I don't know.
Free Willy! All right, cool. All right, shit. Well, I already paid for mine. So, you know. Anyway, nice talking to you guys. I will be back next week. I guess next week we'll be talking about... When are we going to be talking about Tokyo Game Show? Anybody know?
Nope.
Hayabusa's Japanese. He's got to know. Let me look it up real quick. Tokyo Game Show. Tokyo Game Show is... Tokyo Game Show. Let's see here. September 23rd and 24th. Oh, wait, no, that's not right. Hold on. Visitor info, tickets. Okay, so tickets. This site fucking sucks. Yeah, it's the 23rd and the 24th. It's 2 days. I thought it was longer than that. Interesting. All right. So thank you all for coming. I will see you next week. Have a good night.